Question number 9, Angie Warren-Clark.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Health and asks, what announcement has he made about a response to synthetic drugs?
The Honourable Dr David Clark.
Mr Speaker, earlier today the Police Minister and I announced a crackdown on the suppliers and manufacturers of synthetic drugs in response to an increase in drug-related deaths. We intend to classify as Class A the two main synthetic drugs, 5-FADB and AMB Fubinaca, that have been linked to recent deaths. This will give police the search and seizure powers they need to crack down on suppliers and manufacturers who also face tougher penalties up to life imprisonment. We're also creating a temporary drug classification category C1 so new drugs can easily be brought under the Misuse of Drugs Act, giving police the search and seizure powers needed to interrupt supply, which is an important part of a health response. Mr Speaker, synthetic drug dealers are on notice and they will face the full force of the law.
Supplementary. How will these announcements affect people with addiction problems?
Well, Mr Speaker, good question. We don't want our jails full of people with addiction problems. We want these people getting treatment and help. So today we've also announced that we will be amending the Misuse of Drugs Act to specify in law that police should use their discretion and not prosecute for possession and personal use where a therapeutic approach would be more beneficial, or there is no public interest in a prosecution. We know the police are already using their discretion in this regard, but I want to be clear, misuse of drugs remains illegal. Police will continue to prosecute people for possession where appropriate. We are striking a balance between discouraging drug use and recognising that many people using drugs need support from the health system or education about harm reduction.
Supplementary. Why has the government made these changes?
Mr Speaker, under current laws, synthetics and other dangerous drugs are killing people and fuelling crime, while dealers and manufacturers get rich. The current approach is failing to keep Kiwis safe. It is time to do what will work. We need to go harder on the manufacturers of dangerous drugs like synthetics and treat the use of drugs as a health issue by removing barriers to people seeking help.
Question number 10, the Honourable Tim McIndoe.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to